Sup, dog? Today we're going to be looking at yoga, blah, 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 blah. You know what's kind of funny? I'm wearing a black shirt and you can see the T behind. I'm see-through, dude. In my last video, they make lights glow. I only got 8 views 20 hours ago. It sucked. You know why it sucked? Because it's about the finals and devs. Nobody cares about the devs. But out of those 8 views, my favorite fan, Yogiero, he writes, Dear Joestar, I would like to formally submit my application for a reaction to my latest video. Ooh. The finals player has 7 personalities. Thank you for your consideration. Sincerely, Yogiero. I'm gonna heart that shit. I'm gonna like that shit. And I'll reply later. You know what? He's kind of right, because every time I make one of these videos, like they make the lights glow, it usually starts with like very low numbers and then it gradually gets more views. But the funny man bombs a set and the funny man kills a set. That got pretty good views. I mean, good for me because I'm a small guy. So I might have to react more and milk that guy. And he's also a good sport. We keep playing with each other. That sounds super gay. We keep playing with each other in the finals because I guess comedy's funny. Again, nobody cares about the update news. There's better news people out there. And also, I think my title is very small. Like every time I do big letters, they're like, oh, big letters. Anytime I do a small one, it doesn't hit. But yeah, Yogiero's 50 views. Jinko's situation, man, that's almost at a 300. Damn. Truce React is 66. My success is 40 views or higher. That is success for me as a small guy. Anytime I hit higher than that, I feel like I'm doing pretty good. And most of the time, every time I do a Yogiero or a lefty video, it does pretty good numbers. I saw this video yesterday, but I decided to post the other video that got only 8 views. Bad decisions were made. I feel like every bad actor who's like turned down a role, I think like Will Smith was going to be in The Matrix, and then he's like, nah, dog, I gotta make Wild Wild West. And then they went to Keanu, and he's like, yeah, man. Cool. And then we got The Matrix. Let's look at the comments. Computer Enhance. Pinned by Yogiero Gaming. I'm definitely an addict. A paid 2-month member. Neon Reich? All right, Gaming says there's another one category, the Headless Chicken Light, whose whole job is to run around headless for kills, giving 0 care for teammates or objective. Yogiero, you comment on your own video, dog? By the way, we got new emojis, but to add more, we got more members. Consider joining the channel, and I can add. Okay, you're just promoting. You're just promoting your video. We cry. I'm definitely a sniper. I play with sniper rifle like a shotgun, occasionally firing from a distance. I love engaging in close combat against weapons that are significantly more effective than the range of mine. Imagine when this duel, blah, 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 is another paragraph. No, but I'm still not going to read that shit, dog. That's a whole fucking thing, dog. It seems like this whole video is just about like different play styles, but it might be a fun or funny video. I don't know what to expect, but I'm ready to be entertained.
I've played this game long enough to realize that every player has a different personality. And after all this time, I think I found 7 different personalities, and maybe even an 8th one. So let's talk about all of them and see if you're one of them. We're gonna start with the first one, the most obvious one, the aim god. These people have incredible aim, maybe because of their experience with other FPS games, or maybe because they believe having the best aim gives them the biggest advantage.
Or they had a Swift Cheetah controller. Okay, that joke is dead. The time has moved on, but it's really hard for me to separate that now.
That's why they mostly play aim-reliant weapons like the FCAR, AKM, XP54, ARN, or the loose gun. You get the idea. But sometimes they also play weapons like 93R, V9S, R357, BFR Titan, or the KS. Even though they are not automatic weapons, you still need excellent aim to get the most out of them. In my experience, these players are usually very successful, but personally, playing the finals like it's just another FPS isn't really my cup of tea. So let's move on to the next.
You know what? Okay. Hold on. The aim god, I don't even think it's aim god. Have you ever noticed some guns, when you put that little dot on them, they hit? Other guns, when you put that little dot on them, they miss. I think the aim god is just an Italian who just really likes angel hair pasta. Like the KS-23, that dot's really got to be on that guy. And if it's like one centimeter off, like you got the crosshair around the guy, right? You got the crosshair, but the crosshair is like, if the crosshair is here, you'll get the hit. But sometimes that dot is like a little bit above the shoulder. So when you shoot, it goes right past him. You're aiming your gun with an angel hair pasta. Just give me the rigatoni, dog. I'll aim better.
Personality, the support. I've met some crazy people who are obsessed with their support score. And not only that, they genuinely enjoy supporting and healing their teammates. These
The people who only care about support are the people that can't shoot. There are some people out there that just love to heal, but I'm like, dog, go play World of Warcraft.
people are the best. Because it doesn't matter if their aim isn't amazing. They know how to play around their teammates and get the best results. The best support players are also know exactly when to heal and when to stop healing and start shooting. One time, I invited someone from my friends list and we played Point Break. People in the lobby immediately recognized him and said, "Oh, the best support player in the finals is here." I was shocked. Then he casually finished the match with over 10k support score. It was actually insane. Every time I thought I was dead, this guy somehow showed up and saved me. What a legend. And do you know who's also a legend? The people who paused this video for exactly 2.7 seconds and subscribe to the channel.
I'm gonna pause to talk shit. Actually, I'll save the shit talking later. Yeah, there's some people out there that are just really, really good at healing. Shout out to like Pixie Melly. What's her fucking name? I think her name's Pixie Melly. I saw her on Instagram, and every time she's playing medium, she's just healing. She's just healing. And she got like a whole team from the brink of defeat. It was like a revive, and then the heal, and then the defib, and then the heal. And then she also wiped out a dude, and it was like, damn, dude. So I see her as like one of the best medics I've seen in the game. Because let's be honest, there's not a lot of good ones out there.
Anyway, let's move on to personality number 3. I actually had a different name for this personality at first, but I decided to change it. Our third personality is the Shapeshifter. These people are known for playing whatever is meta. It doesn't matter what class it is, it doesn't matter what the playstyle is, whatever's strongest, they play it. If you're one of them, I have to say this personality is a little different from the previous ones, because it has both advantages and disadvantages. It's good because adapting to stronger weapons or classes can increase your chances of winning, but there are 2 drawbacks. First, not everyone adapts quickly. Some people actually perform worse when they constantly switch loadouts. And second, and this is just my opinion, when you constantly switch weapons and change your playstyle just because something is meta, you slowly distance yourself from the fun part of the game. Trying different
No, this is true. I mean, the last part is a little more opinionated, but I know people that are just really into the meta, and they're technically like really good training partners. If you ever want to like do like a tournament and you're like, man, I keep running into this guy and he's always using spear and I don't know how to fight spear because no one else plays spear, but it's now the new meta. Having that shapeshifter guy that you said is immaculate because he already knows all the meta stuff and he always switches to the best thing. And if it's spear, he's going to be like, okay, let's go with spear, this, and this, done. He downloads it, he puts it in his brain, and then he does it. And then you could practice with them and know the matchup. But again, those people are always switching and they can never get really good, very specialized. They always chase the meta because, you know, pick a top tier. It's always like you'll do fine. But sometimes they use the top tier as a crutch. They don't worry about their fundamentals. They don't even work on their fundamentals. So shapeshifters are really good for training partners because they already know what works. But I wouldn't use them for a long-term training partner.
Trying different weapons is great. I always recommend it because it's fun. But if you're only trying different weapons because they are meta, then winning starts becoming more important than enjoying the game. And when you still lose, it feels much worse. You switched your loadout,
sure,
you changed your playstyle.
It's a normie take, but sure, yeah.
You still lost. So the weight of that loss feels much heavier. It's kind of psychological, but I'll keep it short because I think you get the idea. And with that,
we get the idea.
Let's move on to personality number 4, the movement addict. These people rely on movements no matter what they play. I'd actually count myself as one of them. Maybe not 100%, but probably around 50%. Now, when we think about movements, we usually think of the light class. And that's fair because 90% of the time, these players do play light. It's the fastest class and it has evasive dash. But you don't have to play light to be a movement addict. As I mentioned in my previous...
Just play medium shockwave. When I talk to other people about the finals, I'm like, what do you like about the finals? Is it the gameplay, the cash out? Is it because of the special abilities? Is it the weapons? What is it? And some people, the super normies, are like, I like the destruction or the movement. I like the movement and the destruction, but I don't think that's the only reason why I play the game. Some of these people just love the game because of the movement. Dog, if you want to move, go fancy dancing, do some footloose, dog. Take off the Sunday shoes, bust a move, go on Dancing with the Stars. But here we're playing the finals. We're playing cash out. Lock in, get better at aiming.
This video, which I'll put it right here. Just because your character is slow doesn't mean you have to be slow. There are a lot of movement mechanics in this game that let you move much faster, like bunny
Yeah.
hopping, sliding, and sometimes even combining them together. You just need to get
True,
used to
true.
it. When I play heavy, even though I'm the slowest player on the team, I'm never 30 meters behind my teammates because I know how to move. If you want to learn more about movement mechanics, definitely check out that video. And that brings us to personality number 5, which is actually one of my
The know-it-all.
even though it's not common.
The know-it-all?
Pyromaniac. You see, playing the flamethrower, pyromines, and pyronates is just ridiculously fun. And it's actually much more useful than people think. If you think about it, around 0.1% of players use smoke. I completely made that number up, but it's probably true, which means
no, it's true, dog. Nobody used smoke at all. Smoke technically counters flame, but flame is like really strong. When I first played the finals, I did flamer, lockbolt, and winch, and within seconds, you could just kill all lights and all mediums. You can still kill a heavy, but it takes a while. I recommend this for any new person out there that's going to play the finals. Pick flame, shoot a lockbolt, just dive in, burning everything. You'll thank me later.
main counter to fire is one of the rarest gadgets in the game. On top of that, most medium players prefer gas mines, and the flamethrower or pyromines can counter them very easily. You can also stall cash outs with fire. And you know, I don't know why, but using a flamethrower in an FPS game is just incredibly satisfying, at least for me, and apparently for a lot of other people too.
It's also really strong. I went into training mode, and like when you aim it right in the middle, like of course the guy gets burnt. If you take the cursor and put it a character length away, it looks like you're shooting at nothing, you're missing. That flame has a huge hitbox that it still burns them. You can technically shoot around corners. Not only that, but a little tip, if someone is hugging towards a wall, if you shoot the flame behind that wall, it will seep through. You can deal damage through walls. I mean, they have to be touching it, but it is something you could do.
Players who use nothing but the flamethrower or pyronates. They are so experienced with them that you can instantly tell how different they play compared to everyone else. I really like this personality because
it also
both
counters
fun
gas.
and
It's pretty
surprisingly
strong.
effective. Alright, let's move on to the next one. The Demolition Freak. These players absolutely love destroying walls and manipulating the cash out. You'll usually see them playing Charge and Slam, the KS, RPG, and even if they're playing another class, they'll bring gadgets like Thermal Bore, Breach Drill, or even DMAT. Technically,
Yeah, there's a lot of
DMAT
people that
doesn't
like to blow up
destroy
things.
structures, it just temporarily removes them. But for these players, that still counts. Again, it's not just about destroying things. It's about controlling the arena. And you know what? I really like this personality too, because it's incredibly useful for the team. They manipulate the cash out by breaking walls and using the winch to reposition it. They create new paths when enemies lock themselves inside a room with goo or barricades. They can also open completely unexpected angles for both attacking and defending. Sometimes, they don't even need amazing aim. Just changing the battlefield is enough to completely win a fight. And now,
So real talk, a destruction noob will just blow things up because it's fun. A destruction master thinks 3 steps ahead. When I'm on this map, Galaxy Estates as a sniper, I usually let this drop all the way on the bottom. And because the house is structured kind of weird, think of an S laying down. Start here, go here, go here, go here. And in that S or W, just think of a squiggly line. There's big pockets of nothing. So if you use your 2 thermal shots and you break one of the walls and the second wall, you have a huge line of sight to the cash box. You could apply pressure in a way that you couldn't really do without destruction.
it's finally time for our last personality. Well, kind of. Because if you stick around until the end, there may or may not be one secret personality left. Alright, it's time for our final personality. Personality number 7 is the Sniper. Even though it's much rarer than the others, there are people who only enjoy long-range weapons, especially the SI.
Ooh, what a good ass shot.
These people are either unbelievably good or they miss
200 meters? Good job, dude.
They absolutely love it. They love wandering off on their own, climbing rooftops, and waiting for the perfect moment to take a shot. Some of them also know when to fight up close if the situation calls for it. And I really respect that, because sometimes when the fight moves inside a building, your team needs all 3 players. So if you see yourself in this personality, take this as a friendly advice. Even if you love long range fights, don't forget to help your team when they need you.
True.
About SR-84, but
I mean, that's like all snipers in all games. They like shooting from afar, but you also have to like kind of participate in the activities.
This personality isn't limited to just that weapon. They also love the pike, and even the CB01 repeater. Pike is definitely the better example, but the repeater fits too. Keep in mind that both of these weapons can absolutely be used in close range fights as well, but with the right size and the right playstyle, you can turn them into true long range weapons. And I like these players too. Some of them are just weird. They somehow find the most ridiculous angles imaginable, and it actually works. I guess that only comes from hundreds or even thousands of hours of experience. They don't get discouraged after missing a few shots. They just keep practicing and practicing until one day they barely miss at all. And that's a mindset we could all use outside of games too. Now, we got
keep on trying, dog.
Extra personality, the addicts. These people say they're quitting the game every single season, and somehow they are still here. The finals is addictive because it offers something you simply can't find in any other FPS games. So even if you stop playing for a while, sooner or later you'll miss that feeling. That's just how it is. And maybe that's the funny thing about this game. We all complain, we all get frustrated, we all say we are done, but at the end of the day, we always come back. Because no matter which personality you are, we are all here for the same reason. We love the finals. And as always, thank you guys for watching.
That's a nice ending.
In the next one.
Like a 2-minute outro of songs, dog. So that's it. 7 personalities. I think the list is fine. And I think it's fine for like normies. People who casually play the finals and be like, oh, what's my personality? It's the same feel as like one of those tests where it's like, are you left-handed? Are you right-handed? Do you like eggs for breakfast or do you like tea for brunch? And then it accumulates all that data from your questions and it says, oh, you are just like Clark Kent from Superman. Everybody has seen those quizzes or those tests, even the pie charts, all that shit. Your 7 personalities could be done in 3. And here's Joestar's 3 personalities that could be you. First one is the Shift W players. You know what I'm talking about. They shift, they W, that's all they do. They don't think, they just go oonga boonga. And don't you lie that you don't know what I'm talking about. The Leroy Jenkins of the crew. These are the guys where you're the last one left and you're reviving one guy. And as soon as you revive him, you go to revive the other guy. But the first guy, he's just running in. He's going in and he's doing a 1v3. And then the Shift W guy dies. Because he's not Rambo. And then the second guy is finally revived. And then you're like, oh, I gotta be the best medic in the world. Let's go and get the other guy. But that second guy is Shift W. I'm going in. And then he dies because it's a 3v1. And by the time you get the first guy back again, you're dead, he's dead, everybody's dead. You've lost all your coins. You lost a cash box. You lost your manhood. And you just have to wait. You have to wait the agonizing seconds to try it again. And as you wait, you're thinking, oh my God, I just want a new team. The Shift W players are timeless. They are immortalized in all first-person shooters. Some say they were born in Call of Duty, but I say they dated back to Windows 95 era. The second personality are the big brain guys. Their cranium is so big, it's just throbbing forever. Their aim is good, their knowledge is good. They just know everything. They just know it. A Shift W player could ask the big brain guy, be like, is this gun good? And the big brain is like, oh, it's got like 3.69 milliseconds more to kill than the other gun. You should pick it. And then let's just be honest, Shift W just doesn't care. He just wants to just say, oh, is it good? And he's just going to go in anyways. But the big brain guys, they know all that. They know all the stats. They practice their aim everywhere. They're like, oh. And then those are the ones that have like those big plays where they're like, okay, you go there and I go there and this is a plan and we're going to go in. And the third personality is the crackhead dog. We agree on that one. They could be a Shift W player, you know, like a stupid man. There goes to be a smart man, a big brain, and an intellectual. But the crackhead is just there for the crack. They'll complain about the game and be like, why is the RPG good? Oh, it's got to be nerfed. Why is melee so good? Oh, I'm uninstalling. But the next day you see them back in the lobby and they're like, they are crackheads. The crackheads are going to complain, but they're still going to keep playing. And those people are a lost cause. The only way a crackhead leaves the game is if there's a better version of crack or the crack is just destroyed. So that's my condensed version of like 3 personalities. You got the Shift W players, you got the big brain boys, and then you got the crackheads. There's other personalities out there, but the ones I see constantly every game and every instance of reality are those three. Me, I feel like I'm all three, dog. I'm a huge crackhead. I shift W all the time, and I do some big brain plays. And with those powers combined, I'm just retarded. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.